Howdy, this is Lemmy here to talk to you about a fairly specific Jeep problem and the corresponding kit we've come out with at Dorman to make your Wrangler a little bit safer. Now, if you drive a Wrangler, you probably know that they are a vehicle using a solid front axle and what's known as a Haltenberger style steering arrangement. As the steering linkages wear over time, each develops a little bit of play. Now, normally this isn't such a big deal, but your steering just begins to feel a little sloppy over time. However, there's a phenomenon known in the Jeep world as steering wobble. Steering wobble can be as dangerous as it sounds. Technically, steering wobble is a series of rapid front-end oscillations, usually induced by a road shock. In plain English, that means that at higher speeds, a violent shaking can begin in the front end. It usually gets worse and often leads to loss of vehicle control. I've experienced it multiple times, and let's just say that it's not something you want to go through with your family in the car. So we developed a kit to help defeat steering wobble. Let me walk you through some of the kit components. First, we removed the steering slop in many of the components by providing new and upgraded parts. Our ball joints not only replace the worn units on your truck, but these are actually built for longevity. The ball is oversized on these units, and we also include a grease fitting on them, ensuring that these are serviceable for a long time by way of a traditional lube job. Now take a look at this heavy-duty steering damper you can see here too. This helps prevent the oscillations from ever even happening in the first place. There's also a track bar relocation bracket to help correct the suspension geometry, again reducing the Jeep's nasty tendency to bump and gyrate. Now we're aware that most Wranglers don't stay stock for long, so we also include a few different pieces in this kit for Wranglers that have been lifted in order to clear larger tires. And the kit also has adjustable quick disco sway bar links for better articulation and control when you're out there on the trail. Now to install this kit, you'll need standard automotive tools like sockets and wrenches, but there are also a few specialty tools you'll want to have on hand. A drill, bits, and a tap set are needed. You'll also need both a ball joint press as well as a ball joint separator. The kit does include a special adapter for your press to make sure you can pop the ball joints in and out easily. Air tools aren't necessary for this job, but they sure do help. You'll also need an angle finder, but if you don't have one, don't fret. There's some apps for your phone that work great. Let's get underneath the car and I'll walk you through the installation process on a Wrangler. Of course, you're going to need to get your truck up in the air. We use the lift, but if you're doing this at home, you can certainly do the job without one. We remove the wheels and then start disassembling the front end steering and suspension components, including the track bar, the drag link, and all 4 ball joints. Installation is a bit time consuming, but nothing you shouldn't be able to accomplish in a day. You'll reinstall most parts like the factory recommends, but there are a few items like the track bar relocation kit and the quick disco sway bar link kits that require just a little bit of light modification to install. The track bar is relocated with a bracket that can require some fitting, and you'll also install some mounting points for the included quick disco sway bar end links. Other than those items, install is straightforward. You'll reinstall the track bar and drag link, and all 4 ball joints will be pressed in as normal. Now once you're done, you'll either need to perform an alignment or have a shop perform one for you. After that, you're back on the road. Once you install this kit, you'll feel more confident in your Jeep, and your steering components should feel quite a bit fresher. You'll have parts that are engineered to overperform and to last a long time, but most importantly, you're going to be safer on the road. We hope you like this new solution. Remember, if you need anything at all, the Dorman technical support team is always handy to help. Thanks for checking out our video on this Jeep Wobble kit. I'm Lem, and I'm out of here.